So today I'm talking to Becky Dobson, who works with Dignity in Dementia, but she also runs Lower House Sensory Farm. So, hello, Becky.
Hi, Gilli. Hi, lovely to meet you.
So, Becky, tell us about the work that you do at Lower House Sensory Farm, and actually, where is the farm?
Right, yeah, thank you for inviting me on today to have a chat with yourself and on Can Do Radio. Yes, so Lower House Sensory Farm, it's a dementia-friendly space. We're actually based North Lancashire, so we're about half an hour north of Lancaster, half an hour south of Kirkby Lonsdale, just on the edge, and we can see the three peaks from our back garden. So, Lower House Sensory Farm, we provide 2-hour sessions for people who are living with dementia, for themselves and their carers or family members to come up and engage in outdoor activities, farm-based activities, nature-based activities, generally mostly outside, but all involved in gardening, horticulture, working with animals, animal care, wildlife, just generally having a great time, really, and being part of sort of, being outside, which is great for health and mental well-being.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing project. You're going to be doing some Zoom activity sessions for Dignity and Dementia, and I'm really intrigued to hear how you adapt your work for Zoom. So tell us a little bit about the sessions you're going to be doing.
Well, I have to say, it's actually been a massive learning curve for us here at Lower House Sensory Farm. We're very used to people, coming along and getting hands-on. So it's a lot about getting involved in whatever work we're doing here, whether it's feeding the hens, letting the hens out. So there's always been a lot of close contact in that way. So it's made a very big difference to us not being able to open. We had to really think about how we were going to still provide services for people who are at home, who are living with dementia. And, generally we really provide our services for people who are in care. So those who are at care at home, daycare centre, or even in residential care. So it was actually on the back of a really interesting conversation over, dare I say it, Facebook, with a friend who runs a business, who is a consultant in dementia training. And I'd read something where she'd put, we need an animal on our Zooms, to sort of Zoom bombers. So I kind of thought, oh, that's interesting. So I replied back to her, just a funny one, saying, yes, no problem, I'll get a tortoise for you. And it actually sort of spiraled from there. So this was back in kind of June, July time. And she actually sort of said, well, what do you think about that? Is it something that we can do? And being us, we say yes. So we create the problem and then we work out how to solve it. So that's our golden rule here. So we got our heads together. We looked at how we can transfer from the one-to-one contact of people coming here, how we could transfer that actually to a Zoom call, how it would work, what it wouldn't work. And really the bottom line was actually about, that interaction, just trying to get as much interaction. Obviously it's virtual, but for the people who were coming along to the calls to still feel part of it. So they felt like they'd been here with us, they'd been with the animals, they'd been on the farm. And, it actually worked. Took a bit of time, but it was, it's been a challenge in the beginning. But my word, it's been an incredible experience, to be honest.
It sounds absolutely amazing. We're going to stop and have a little bit of music now, but afterwards, perhaps we could talk a bit more about the benefits that you see and how people get engaged and the effects that you see it happening with people living in dementia.
Sure.
So if you've just joined us, I'm talking with Becky Dobson, who works with Dignity and Dementia, and she works at Lower House Sensory Farm and is going to be doing some Zoom activity sessions around the farm and the things that they do there. So we've been talking a little bit about how that's going to work. So Becky, with the sessions that you've done so far, and I know you've done other Zoom sessions as well, What sort of benefits are you seeing from the people who take part in them?
Actually, quite immense benefits. I think it's really special to see how a group can come together virtually and actually begin to engage in something relatively to the outdoors or music or reminiscing. So it's quite, it gives kind of provides a lot of companionship. So we have now a new opportunity or an avenue for people to have contact with the outside world rather than the isolation that a lot of people have felt living with dementia and with the COVID situation. So I think, I suppose from the sensory farm perspective, it's about bringing people together, to enjoy the benefits of being outside. And the Zoom calls so far with Dignity Dementia have had that impact of bringing people together collectively, although virtually, but bringing them together into one space to interact together, to feel comfortable, to feel safe, and enjoy the time. And certainly it's, carers are fundamental here. They've spent a long time in the last 12 months feeling isolated as well, having to, be at home with that person they're caring for. So not just for it's for two people here really, or a family. So the benefits are massive. I think they've made a really big difference to give a contact, keeping that communication open.
And I've heard a lot about your hens. So you bring the hen inside, and does the hen take part in the Zoom session?
Oh, totally. Yeah, completely. We have some hens, some silky hens that do actually really like to be on camera, and some very bossy Rhode Island Reds also. But we also bring ponies, pigs, and lambs. And at the moment, there's some lambing going on, so I'm hoping to share a little bit of a lambing experience as well on our Zoom calls that we're running for. I'm going to be part of for Dignity and Dementia. But yeah, they're true characters, all the animals, all individual personalities here.
It sounds absolutely wonderful. I would really love to see it in action. So if people want to take part and get involved, they should email info@dignityindementia.org, and it's very simple. We send out a Zoom link and then people can just click on the link and there they are. But we do need people to register for the sessions because I think they're very popular, aren't they, Becky?
They absolutely are very popular. And information is absolutely correct. That's the best way to do that. Email through and get your registration. But yeah, very popular. And, I think there's a lot of new learning that's gone on as well. We're in a very different situation where people wouldn't have considered virtually being part of using that as part of an experience. So a lot of new learning, a lot of connection to different things. That's really important with people living with dementia, is to feel the sense of self and to feel part of something. So they're fairly popular, definitely. And my sessions for Dignity Dementia are going to run for the next 4 weeks. That's our last slot at the moment.
Okay, and when do they start?
They start on the 15th of April. So it's 2 till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they finish on the 6th of May. So there's a 4 week gap. Yeah, sorry, a 4 week block.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. And it's all completely free, obviously, so people are very welcome to join in. That is really, really interesting, Becky, and good luck with the sessions. It's been lovely to talk to you, and hope to meet you in person soon.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We do have to meet in person fairly soon. But no, thank you very much. And yeah, it's been really good to share this information out and chat to yourself as well, Gilli, and, and talk about something that's really important here to the local community.
Excellent. Thank you so much.